This is the 2018 Adidas Tactical ADV. And I own the 17, and so does Jimbo here. He owns the 17, and they're very similar. I mean, not really much has changed except for one good thing.
What?
And that is they kind of played around with the flex of the tongue. So the inner part, let me get out here like this. The inner part of this flex is, there's still a little bit of, like, I feel like it's not completely bending even, you know, it's not doing this perfectly, but I feel there's only a little bit of kink and there's less pressure. This was my first day riding it, and it already felt like my 10th day on the 17. So it really conformed to my foot almost immediately. It was comfortable day one. Obviously my foot is used to the Tactical ADV, so take that with a grain of salt. You might have a break-in period that's a little longer, but this comfort factor is really nice. Just everything, the forward flex just feels a lot better. It feels a lot more continuous, where before it felt like I felt a little pressury in places, and I wasn't sure if I was going to win or the boot was going to win. You know, you never know who wins with that kind of thing. And this year with the 17, I won.
He wins.
But I had to start out going really soft, like really
on your
like,
lacings.
Yeah, like keep my lacing really loose, and slowly up the lacing as the boot broke in. And it was a very delicate procedure. Where this, I kept it loose the first day because this is a new boot, and new boots are always twitchy. I don't like new boots like first day. It like needs 1 or 2 days to kind of break in enough to get its personality that you're going to have for a long time. But, you know, speaking from experience from the 17 model, you know, I have lots of days on it. Probably like, I ride other boots, but I rode more on the Adidas Tactical ADV than I did any other boot this year, that like in the 16-17 season. And I felt that the boot didn't break down that fast at all, and it's still got a lot of its original flex. And I think it's mainly because of two things. You have this nice rubber backstay
jeans
that kind of helps the back from breaking down too much, and then you've got this massive articulating cuff from here to here, which is just amazing. It really helps with the forward flex, and it really helps with flex retention. So I really like that. You know, don't fear traditional lacing. It's fine. It's not that much more difficult.
Yeah, I do a half knot right here, if you know, so I can get different pressure here and different pressure here.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of traditional lace, which you can't get with Focus Boa at all. Focus Boa overlaps. And it, you know, so one's tightening in the same place, the upper and lower. It's meant to focus around your ankle and give you amazing heel hold. Well, that's great if that's what you need. But for us, adjustability is king. And that's why traditional lace is still by far the most adjustable boot out there. Then I would say speed lace and double boa, and then Focus Boa being the last with all the, you know, the multiple adjustment options. And then, you know, then you just have single boa, which is the worst in terms of adjustability, but pretty easy on and off.
Yeah, it's a great rental boot.
Yeah, and another thing here is no changes to the Energy Boost sole, which is amazing.
So much.
Oh my God.
So much nice.
So much nicer than any other. It is the most shock absorbent sole in
I'm
the
pretty
industry.
good at absorbing shock myself.
You do. You bring your knees.
You can't
are like,
shock me.
Yo, you can't shock this
I
guy.
see what you're doing. You see what I was doing? Shock.
I see. I'm always missing. I'm always missing. He's so subtle. He's so quick. Sometimes I just breeze right through it. Then I'm looking back and I'm editing the videos, and then I start laughing. I'm like, God, pass me again.
Right.
The fucking zingers.
Yeah.
But here's what I love about this boot It's medium stiff in response. It's a more responsive boot, but you can ride it a little looser. You can ride a little tighter. You've got amazing shock absorption. This is great with a more mountain rider. This is more of a mountain freestyle and on up kind of rider. I feel like that's where it shines. Jimbo said he was getting.
I just show him baseball. Opening day, Fenway Park.
Baseball sucks.
Such a long season.
The thought of baseball.
Well, that moment, though, it's like the moment.
Some people love it.
Hinges on moments.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Anyway.
But
5-0 Red Sox.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done talking about it.
But the traction on this is pretty good. I like a lot of the other Adidas boots when it comes to traction, because it's just a lot of soft rubber spikes. So I found that it can lose its traction in some places, but overall I love having the rubber with the energy boost, and I feel it holds pretty well.
What's mine,
the only place,
30 days old maybe? 30 days in on mine?
Yeah, you're probably 30 days, and I think I'm probably in the 40s, 40 something.
The only thing that's happening with mine is it bows out right here a little bit.
Yeah,
I torque the shit out of my boots.
Yeah, and that didn't happen with your SLXs though, did it?
No, not really. Well, it does eventually start to break down there.
Yeah, but the SLXs are softer in the year. The 2017 SLXs are much softer than the SLXs you owned in the past, so maybe that would be a problem there too. Yeah. But as far as the flex on the ankle, how did you
it's got great articulation.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and this is just like Adidas has come so far over the last few years. I'm really impressed with how far they've come. It used to be like the boot would break down in literally massively break down in one day to the point where you're like this. It went from day 1 to what a normal boot would be like in day 20, day 30. It was like by the end of the day, it's getting crow's feet. It's noticeably softer than 9 a.m. day 1 at 3 p.m. day 1. It feels like it's on day 30. And you're like,
zoinks.
These boots, they've really just changed the game for 2017 and 2018. And I feel like they've definitely improved the comfort factor. I'd love to see them keep working on the tongue of this and just try to get it a little dialed out more. But it's so minor now that within probably a few days of just riding all day, every day, these boots would totally and completely conform to me, and I can't wait to get a pair. They're still a favorite. They're even more of a favorite than they were.
Been waiting to get a pair his whole life.
Yeah.
Why don't you grow a pair?
Never had a pair.
An O-pair?
No, I never had that either.
But like a perfectly timed pear, when you're eating that thing, that's delicious.
You want a pair of Paris?
I want to go to Paris.
I want to do a pair of trips to Paris.
Yeah.
But anyways, still a great, very recommendable, even more so on the recommendation factor. And don't fear traditional lace. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be such pussies.